Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Last Lap. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a little bit of news that came out this week for NASCAR, and we're also going to review our 2021 NASCAR predictions to see how correct we were, how incorrect we were, and all that fun stuff. So make sure you guys stay tuned. But before we hop into it, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really does go a long way, helps the channel grow. And you can also check us out on our Instagram page at The Last Lap News. And as always, I have Matthew on the show, and 1 week down without racing. I think it's like 11 more weeks until we get to the Clash, so we got a little bit of racing to hold us over, Matthew, but how you feeling 1 week into no NASCAR, but also we're getting closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas break, so how you feeling?
Well, I missed racing this weekend. It feels weird, but at least today I had F1 racing today. That was fun. And then my Panthers won today, so that was also good. But yeah, other than that, I already missed the race NASCAR, and I'm ready for next year.
Okay, so really quick, just a few small things of news first, and then we'll get to the big thing that was announced. So very quickly, it was announced that Anthony Alfredo will be out of the 38 car next season, which is, I guess it's a little bit of a surprise, but not a surprise at the same time, because they announced that they were going to have two cars next year, but I guess Anthony Alfredo isn't good enough for that 38 car, so they gave him the boot for next season. Honestly, he was kind of thrown into that ride last minute and didn't really run well, so that's unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can find a good Xfinity or truck ride, but I mean, that opens the door for maybe Matt DiBenedetto to hop over there. I mean, that isn't really the ride he's looking for, but I mean, it's an okay ride in the Cup Series, so maybe that's an opportunity for him to hop over there next season. I don't know, but that'll be interesting to see who they announce for that car if they indeed keep the charter that they were going to sell. And the other small announcement is that Kevin Harvick he's pretty much guaranteed to race through 2023. That's when his contract is up, and he basically reported that he's going to race all the way through his contract and possibly beyond that as well. So those were the two small announcements really quick. So Matthew, give me your quick thoughts about those, and then we'll hop on to the other announcement as well.
Well, as for the Anthony Alfredo being released, it is absolutely no surprise at all. He was not ready for the Cup Series at all. He hadn't even ran a full-time truck or the Xfinity season at all. So he was not ready for it, and well, he didn't do too good, and now he's out. Hopefully, he gets some ride in the lower series. But as for who would take that 38 car, in my opinion, they should have just sold that charter for that car in the first place and focus only on Michael McDowell for next year. But guess they're not going to take that route, even though that 38 car has always never been good compared to the 34 car. But who would drive it? It's definitely not going to be Matt DiBenedetto. It's just not. He has no sponsorship. And I think they're looking for someone with sponsorship, so I doubt it, but we'll never know. I mean, there's always also Ryan Newman. I mean, I guess Coca-Cola counts as bringing sponsorship in, but they really only sponsor like one or two races for him. But he's also old, so I don't know if they want an older guy in the stable. I mean, the only one I could think of is like Ryan Preece. I mean, I don't think he brings sponsorship either, but he's still really good in my opinion, but as he proved in the truck series for this year in Nashville, he still got him. He won Nashville in his first start, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to take someone who has a lot of sponsorship funding to fund that car. So it's got to be in the lower series who has a lot of funding. I don't want to say Riley Herbst, I really don't, but that could be a possibility. We'll see, though. We'll see. As for Kevin Harvick extending his contract, or probably will extend his contract, that doesn't surprise me either. I mean, I know he's getting old and all, but I think he's still got it, even though he didn't win any races this year. He was still up there, top 10, top 5. So we'll see. About that one too. It depends on how he does next year. If he doesn't win again, the whole season again next season? Nah, I don't think. I think he's going to retire. But if he does win again, then I see them extending. So that's the way I see it.
Okay, so the final piece of news that we have for you guys is the Clash format was announced earlier this week. So I'm gonna try to explain it as best as I can for you guys. So there's gonna be there'll be 40 cars available to be able to participate, whereas it used to just be like pole winners and past champions and playoff drivers and all that kind of stuff. But all 40 drivers are gonna have the opportunity to compete in these races. So there should be qualifying on Saturday for the heat races. And then the heat races there'll be 4 heat races. So the top 4 from each of those heat races will advance to the main event. So that's 16 drivers right there. And then there'll be 2 last chance qualifiers. And the top 3 from those races both advance to the main event as well. So that's 22 drivers, if I can do math correct, I think. So 22 drivers will be able to race in the Clash. And it's interesting that they're going to have all 40 drivers available to be there, so that'll be interesting. There'll be 10 drivers per heat, the top 4 advance from each one, 2 last chance qualifiers, so 7 races. This is going to be an intense day of racing that day, and the whole entire main event is going to be 150 laps. So I'm looking forward to the Clash. Matthew, I'm sure you're looking forward to it as well at the LA Coliseum. So I like this format a lot better than the holy moly all-star format that they did. That whole commotion of, yeah, I'm not going to say any more on that, but yeah, this definitely looks better, and hopefully they take something from this and apply it to the all-star race, because shifting the order around in 20 different ways was too confusing. So Matthew, what do you have to say about the announcement of releasing the Clash format, and especially with all drivers having a chance to participate, where it used to only be selected drivers who were able to participate?
Well, it's definitely better than the absolute disaster of an all-star format that was Texas last year, which I'm just glad that this is a much more simpler format. It's a little old school. My only thing is I kind of wish not all the teams would be this race. It feels like another all-star race in my opinion. Or like basically a beginning of the year all-star race. In my opinion, I think it should just be who finished top 23 points. That's who's racing. That's just my opinion, but I guess I'll make it more interesting. I'm definitely am ready for this race though. I'm so excited about it. It's technically another short track on the schedule, even though it's a non-points race. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think that's February 6th, so just a few short months away until we get some NASCAR racing back on track. But now we're going to go through our predictions. So I went back and watched our video that we posted before the season this year and jotted down a few notes about some of our predictions. So we mostly talked about, the first half of the video is basically talking about new drivers in new places. So like we talked about Kyle Larson, what he would do, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez.
What this is gonna be like.
We talked about Suarez. We talked about Bubba Wallace. All that kind of stuff. I pretty much guarantee you, none of us predicted that Trackhouse or Bubba would get a win, but that we were pretty wrong there. Bubba got a win at Talladega, obviously. I know I said for Kyle Larson he wouldn't make it past the round of 8, and well, he did. So, really quick, I just want to go through a few things. So both of us predicted for the most wins. Well, I'm going to let you guess. Who do you think we both predicted would get the most wins this season?
Kevin Harvick.
Yep. And Kevin Harvick laid a goose egg. 0 wins this year. So we were and then Kyle Larson won 10. Kyle Larson won 10 plus the All-Star race, so that completely blew us out of the water. We were completely wrong on that one. We both had the same driver for the most improved performance this year. So Matthew, who do you think we picked for that?
William Byron?
Nope. Do you want one more guess, or do you just want me to tell you?
Okay,
I'll give you one more.
Ryan Blaney.
Nope. We both agreed on we both agreed on Kyle Busch being the most improved driver,
Oh,
actually, because
well,
he
you
had,
kind of proved, but not really.
he won one more race, so I mean that's kind of an
And he had
improvement. But
more top fives, top tens, laps led, more stage wins than last year, but not really that much.
I think the actual driver who deserves it is Ryan Blaney. I feel like he definitely deserves the most improved award because he had 3 wins
I
this
mean,
season.
how about William Byron too? I mean, he had the most top tens during the first half of the season. I know he only won one race, but he was so much better than he'd been the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's a toss up between those two, but I mean, I'm gonna go with Ryan Blaney because he had
I
more
mean,
wins.
you can also put
But
Alex Bowman in there as well.
you could put Alex Bowman in there. So there's a few candidates for most improved driver. If you guys want to chime in, comment down below who you think the most improved driver could be because there's a few candidates actually that could.
I don't even
Uh,
know why we don't have a Most Improved Driver award, anyways. Why
Yeah,
don't we have that?
yeah, I mean that would be cool.
It's much better than this whole Most Popular Driver award.
They should have more. They should have just more awards in general for at the banquet. But yeah, that was our pick for most improved driver, and I mean Kyle Busch kind of did, but obviously he didn't deserve it. I think it was more like William Byron, Ryan Blaney, something like that. And our final 4 predictions heading into the season,
Oh no.
you picked. Did you get any right? You got one right out of the 4, and that was Denny Hamlin. So you got him right. But you also picked Kyle Busch, who did not make it, Joey Logano, who did not make it, and Kevin Harvick, who did not make it. So those are your
Yikes.
championship 4. And out of those 4, your championship pick was obviously Kyle Busch, which did not happen either. And for me,
Sadly.
I got 2 of the final 4 right. I picked Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott to make it to the final 4, and then I also picked Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. My champion was Kevin Harvick. That did not work either, unfortunately. So
That's
and
Unfortunately, that's the first I've heard you say about Harvick.
okay. And I'm also gonna talk about our playoff brackets as well very quickly. So
Oh no.
in the first, for you in the first round, you had Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, Eric Almirola, and Tyler Reddick out. But it was didn't Christopher Bell make it and Kurt Busch, or Christopher Bell did? Yeah, Christopher Bell did make it. Kurt Busch didn't. So that's the only one you had wrong for that round. I had Kurt Busch, Mike McDowell, Eric Almirola, and Kevin Harvick out the first round. Obviously, Kevin Harvick made it on, and yeah, so that was where I got it wrong. Christopher Bell, or sorry, who made it? Harvick made it in, and Reddick made it out. Yeah, so I had Reddick in. Yeah, okay. And then the second round, you had Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick out. And I had Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick out. I honestly don't even remember who the final 8 were. It was Larson, Truex, Busch, Elliott, Hamlin. Oh, and then the 3 Penske cars.
Yep.
Blaney, Logano, Keselowski. So, yeah, we both got... We got Blaney wrong. You got Blaney wrong, and I got Brad wrong. Pretty much. So we were pretty close for our championship 8. We just got one Penske driver wrong, pretty much, for William Byron. So that's pretty much all we got wrong, which is not bad. And then for the final 4, we both had Larson, Truex, and Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch did not make it, so that was -1 for both of us. And you had William Byron, I had Chase Elliott. So you got
Man.
you got 2 of your championship 4 right there. I got 3 of my championship 4 right. And that, but for the championship though, you got Kyle Larson right. So that was good for you. I let you do yours first, just so everybody knows. I let him do his first. So I picked Martin Truex as my champion, but But yeah, that's
Man,
a
I
brief.
really thought I would have gotten that Byron one right if it wasn't for the Charlotte Roval. If it wasn't for that, I felt like I would have been confident that he would have made a championship 4.
I mean, William Byron and Ryan Blaney, they both, I think each of them pretty much deserved a spot in the championship 4 based on how they ran in the playoffs, but bad luck just went their way. William Byron could have won the Roval.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ryan Blaney.
Byron.
Ryan Blaney was running well at Kansas before he got taken out. I thought he was a lock for the championship 4 based on points, but he got taken out at Kansas, so I think both of those guys definitely deserve a spot in the championship 4. But I mean, that was fun to kind of keep track of our predictions. Go back and watch that video and go back through it. So we'll have to do the video again in 2021 and or why do I keep saying 2021? 2022. That's the second time I've said that while we're recording. But do you have any other closing thoughts before we wrap the episode up?
Well, for the most part, my predictions were definitely off at some points, especially with the Byron going the championship forward. That was a bad prediction, even though that was bad luck. And also most improved driver, I was off on that one, and especially for the championship predictions earlier. But that's what's fun about it. And we'll be doing the same thing next year before the season starts.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. Thank you, Matthew, for obviously doing that. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this predictions video for next season. But yeah, make sure we have a bunch of stuff hopefully planned for our videos over the off season. So hopefully, we'll be able to get some of those videos out for you guys. This was just our first of many, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel for more videos. But until then, we will see you guys next time.